What better first symbol than the Aleph, from which the Greeks derived alpha itself? Orthographic and linguistic experts currently accept that Aleph traces its roots back to the Egyptian ox hieroglyph Aleph, thus the letter's shape across all its alphabetical iterations. Beyond its place pulling forward language's most important chain gang, Aleph is also a concept in maths used to denote distinct infinities, and a motif for the one almighty in religious theory. Aleph as a symbol is best summarized in Jorge Luis Borges' short story, where a character's fate collides with an aptly named temporal anomaly. The Aleph was little more than an inch, but all space was there. I saw the teeming sea, I saw daybreak and nightfall, I saw a silvery cobweb in the center of a black pyramid. I saw bunches of grapes, snow, tobacco, loads of metal, steam. I saw convex equatorial deserts in each one of their grains of sand. Harbinger of death, avatar of fortune, wings of malady, sages of mankind. Depending on where you are in the world, bats represent either pestilence, bad omens, curses, and the devil, or lasting peace, bountiful harvests, fortitude, and even joy. Common among all bat symbols is an association with caves, the underworld, and the dark. As they prowl the night and hurtle screeching through the air, bats are also indispensable pollinators, pest control, and produce nutrient-rich guano for agriculture. Some of them do drink livestock or bird blood, but these ones are also some of the cutest ones, come on. The theatrics and duality innate to bats is iconically reflected, appearing as folkloric tricksters, human-nourishing godkind, and brooding aristocrats with tragic backstories, a penchant for dramatic flair, and experience repelling intruders from their homes while taking advantage of downtrodden orphans. And greedy Hollywood execs. And seasonal trends. Born most iconically by the messenger god Mercury, the Caduceus symbolizes equilibrium, opposing forces combining into a third, synergized state of balance and transformation through diverse interactions. With twin snakes bewinged coiling a steady rod, the Caduceus was used by Mercury to grant sleep, gentle death, or revival to fortunate mortals. Through these stories, and because the symbol for Mercury has also become the alchemical symbol for concocting substances, the Caduceus is unsurprisingly sometimes co-opted by medical institutions, though the more appropriate symbol would be the visually similar rod of Asclepius, used by Asclepios, god of healing. More on this symbol and its iterations another time. The diversity of the Caduceus lends itself well to being a recognizable symbol for ideal fairness, justice, progress, and hope, especially in regards to commerce, logistics, and negotiation. A helix differs from a spiral in some fundamental ways. Where the latter turns my neighbors into edible snail monsters, the former describes three-dimensional recursive motion, and through this represent the awe-inspiring complexity of life and its stubbornness against expectations. Apart from being the favored shape in physics for wacky charged particles, music pitches, and twisty straws that together give existence purpose, the double helix figure is immediately familiar as symbolic of modern findings on DNA, life's infinitely variable building block. Since its conceptualization in the 20th century, the double helix depicts important facts about how and why life works, not the least of which is that small, fundamentally similar things can come together and bond, making beauty happen through the marriage of their minute differences and quirks. That and math is really important to optimizing things and life not falling apart, but I'm gonna keep ignoring that. Older than horns in a tail, deeper than poking pitchforks, evil has been watching humankind with a blue, unblinking eye. The belief in the evil eye has roots curiously parallel to humankind's diaspora from out of Africa, implying the superstition may be as old as human culture itself. How terribly fitting, since most beliefs agree that the emotion that powers and invokes the malice of the evil eye is envy. What could be more human than wanting what isn't quite yours? Undoing this dark thread we've woven ourselves begins with the courage to fight the primal. For as long as humans have helped each other and built communities together, symbols, talismans, and even protective gestures have been made to ward off the evil eye's influence. Two symbols stand out among the many protective wards against the eye, the Hamsa and the Nazar. Though they overlap and contrast in significant ways, both stand for the same affirmation. The struggle against evil is a lifelong condition, yet as humans we are always strong enough to defeat evil every day.